I shall enter.
Let's.
Oops. Okay. That's interesting phenomena that happened to us, I'd say.
Yes.
What? What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
That's strange. So, how far here did you actually go previously?
I went through this place.
Okay.
Of course, I did more talking and a couple of quests in town before this. But
Yeah. But I was thinking about anyways that you can then inform me which things you exactly have done, but okay.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all!
Oh. He's looking at something strange. What is your name? Zigzags.
By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious.
Yes, I would say so too. The end of space and time. Are you mad?
Perhaps my newfound comrade, but that is hardly our chiefest concern.
I am sure.
We stand on a tiny vestige of space and time, and the ground is fast shrinking beneath our feet. It's good you appeared, however you did it, precisely when and where you did, or you might have found yourself free floating in empty space.
Lucky for us.
Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is, and hopefully all that is to be.
Why is this place, as you say, shrinking?
Ah, at last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
How can time come to an end?
Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens, and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
There was a lie. Do you know what is the lie?
what?
It was said that we can trade with anyone. I cannot trade
Oh
with this
no!
fellow. I cannot trade
You know,
with him.
I think that imp may be quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
I shall brave the looking lens. That looks like a dragon of shadows.
Yes.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's...
You're
The
quite happy.
portal has become active. Fantastic. Astounding. Onward we should go.
I.
Try to take it. I want a bottle of beer then. It's my beer. So, zigzags.
The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be?
Could it be what?
You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away.
Well, that sounds good.
Those torches,
Yeah.
a light! This portal active once more! it cannot be coincidence.
Yes. What lies beyond this portal?
Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than...
10.
But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain.
He
Nothing
just
else
cannot
done.
say.
Yeah, nothing else done. And then, no, I'm not gonna tell you though. Can we first discuss what we just witnessed through your looking lens?
Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean.
But wouldn't the void exist after everything it would devour? So wouldn't there still be time?
I don't know.
Even if there would be only the void, but then it just would have devoured everything else, so we wouldn't be experiencing that time like you would like to be historian and everything, but there would still sort of be time.
Time is eternal.
Maybe.
I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well.
You believe we are somehow connected to this plane?
It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite.
So I wonder how long have you exactly been waiting?
Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one.
Well, through the portal then.
After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side.
Well,
You first, but don't dilly-dally.
You
what
first.
if I will dilly-dally? What if I will? What will you do about that?
Onward, forward.
While,
through
Rack.
the portal where the fate of time awaits.
While.
While?
You first, but don't dilly-dally.
I'm just contemplating on what I can feel, so to speak.
Will?
Give me everything. Everything, every trash you got.
Okay, well. This is an interesting location, however. Through the portal to the Homestead Hall.
Yes, just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Don't delay.
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
That's an interesting statue in front of us. Is there anything on the other sides? Before we would continue there, or should we follow him?
I don't think there's anything yet.
So they might be in the future.
I looked one way, but I didn't check the
Yeah.
others when I
There's a-
played.
There's a lot of inactive portals, so yeah.
Yeah.
There's something that will activate at some point in the future. Seems like there's quite a few of these here.
Yeah, we're probably using this place as a portal
Hub.
hub. Yes.
Sorta. Why is there no portal here? Why is this spot without a portal hand?
I don't know.
What is the special purpose? What is the
It's a
reason?
special place.
Yeah. And this staircase at least goes somewhere far. With a tree. There's hands on this. It's like a little bit like a druid face if you look at it.
To
On
the
top.
first garden. Portal still. Yeah, there's the hands, so it's probably portal.
Yeah, to the first garden. Yeah, hands, and then like look at the where the hands go. There's a face, like a little bit like a druidess or triad, like a woman's face.
Yeah. This feels endgame-ish.
Yeah,
I don't know.
possibly. Wouldn't be too surprising. Well, I guess that's enough of dilly-dallying.
Never.
So, how should we dilly-dally some more? Should we play some cards?
Maybe. If we had any cards.
This is a weird portal too. Very flamey. Or devilish. And very
Yeah.
stormy portal. And a very wintry portal. And a very lush portal, I guess. And this statue is interesting as such.
Are these the elements?
Oh, do the vases have anything? And yes, it seems like these are the elements, possibly. They are very much like it at the very least. Okay, there's actually someone here. There's the last chest. Have you been able to open the last chest? Very likely that you haven't.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
The speaker of the dialogue will address the hero attached to your companion, alrighty. Alrighty. Hello.
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
It's a pretty nice scene, like in the back. With all the golden dust rising and all that. Rising.
Yeah.
The Weaver of Time. It's kind of a fitting thing though. Like, that is like weaving a mat or some sauce. You know?
Yeah.
I was actually in the, when I was a kid and visited into Turkey, I actually, for a very little bit, saw how the very, smallest village, some old ladies weaved a carpet. So this reminds me of it a little bit.
Yeah, I was in Turkey a couple of years ago and I saw a little bit of the process myself.
Yeah, it's just something that I also remember, even though I was really a child, of course, then.
Well, when you're a child, it's probably stays in your mind.
Yeah, of course, we have.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
If you say so.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
Well, which one would I wish to say? If you are truly the Weaver of Time, I imagine you already know the answer to that.
If any other being in Rivellon asked me about the details of their comings and goings, I could describe them down to the minutest of details. But you are different. Of you I see nothing. I know nothing. So please, do tell me, how did you arrive here?
It was a stone. A strange stone that sapped us from where we stood in Rivellon to this plane among the stars.
A stone? So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
Yes, that's just what happened. Have you seen it before?
Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters, it would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
What is the Starstone exactly? Where does it come from?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost, even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
Yes, gaps in history are pretty serious stuff.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Intriguing.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
If these stones can heal history, we must seek them out.
Indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand why, it seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Were these the gems that the rats were talking about in the first dungeon?
Maybe.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void.
As sure as 6 guns before Sax. Well, I could just say Zack 6.
Zack 6.
Yeah, I could say that as well. It's not that sure. Or do you think that Zigzag is so sure? It could be just as well Zack 6.
Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
I will.
No.
No. Okay, no then. We shall not do such a thing.
What do you think, Source Hunter?
Not a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem. And as I am a romantic, this is what I say.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
Still, it's quite a leap from finding a strange stone to placing the world's salvation on our shoulders.
Yes, I was expecting that. But I was thinking, this is the romantic choice. I gotta do it. I'm already a romantic.
Yeah. It's hard sometimes to know what exactly the exchange is about. Is it
Yeah.
about romantic or pragmatism or something else?
Hunter, do tell.
By the way, your crafting is increased because you are so pragmatic.
Yep.
If you have the pragmatic crafting is increased by 1, so you gotta be a crafter.
Source Hunter.
I have
Yeah,
a...
I should probably take even some craft.
I'm so ridiculously good on the lucky charm. Then I'm independent.
Be Source
I'm
Hunter.
altruistic, and then renegade. I should be more righteous considering leadership would be more logical for me than pickpocketing.
Got something for you.
Yeah.
And then I'm considerate. Charisma is increased. And then I'm bold. Initiative is nice.
Be Source Hunter.
Yeah, it is.
Especially for
Though
me.
me cautious.
Yeah, you should be more
Nice too,
cautious.
but I have bold. I don't
Aw.
know where we got
Yeah.
the bold one,
What do you think?
Yeah,
but
you
I
should.
have bold at the moment.
You should try to be more cautious. For me, it's good to be bold. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
exact. The glint in your
The glint
gaze.
in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you?
You.
Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days.
I will share it with everyone.
Yeah,
And especially the Fabulous 5.
especially to
Go
them.
then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
The Fever of Time said how finding Starstone helps her weave the tapestry once more. How is that possible?
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
I'll have some questions for you.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
Shoot! Alrighty, if I'm supposed to search for Starstone, it would be handy to know where to start looking.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist.
It should exist.
Shame.
You should start working on it.
Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the Tapestry of Time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent.
Your agent? Who is your agent? Do you know who is his agent? So...
No.
Well, I still don't understand how Starstones and the Void Dragon are related.
Neither do I. But the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies. This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time.
All of time.
We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the void. Now, Isn't that a lovely mission?
I guess. I like started to think, what is a lovely mission? I don't know
A
if
lovely
I.
mission is to get some bread from the baker.
Aha. So that we will be able to eat well and
Yeah.
flourish. Okay. Interesting. Well, I
That's
don't
my
know.
take on it.
I don't know if this is then a lovely mission though, even though he says so. Maybe just because he's such a historian, so it's a lovely mission for him because of that.
Yep.
So you are the imp historian, but you seem to be more than a mere imp, and more than a mere historian.
Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how much stress that void out there is causing me. The end of time. I'll be out of a job.
Well, if there is no time, you shouldn't exist either, though, and then it shouldn't
Yep.
be too big of a worry that you would be out of work.
Well, it's a workaholic, I presume.
Yeah, I guess so, but he's not gonna leave then either, though. So,
Well, work is more important than his life.
I guess so.
So, gather those star stones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not repeat what leads us to this dangerous precipice, but do better and close the dark eye of the void forever.
Don't you find it somewhat lonesome being in the sole chronicle of time?
Lonesome observing the frontier of creation? Surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore? Lonesome being privy to all that has been and all that is?
Yes.
Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind a bit of company now and then. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. I can hardly wait to pick her brain about the great battle of the sons of Sigurd. The last Rivellonian who remembers it died more than 7,000 years ago.
That is quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
I guess you would lose a little bit of a touch on the years too if you would be living that long.
Probably.
I'll take my leave to you.
Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
Yes, of the essence. So I guess chat with the Weaver of Time too. Okay. Zigzags told you the secret waypoint travel. Use the Rift travel button to travel to any waypoint shrine you've discovered. Ah, there's a button there for that.
Question has me stumped,
Yep.
milady.
Oh, he
Why
went and
are
sit.
there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
Well, hello the Weaver of Time.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Please tell me about yourself, madam.
In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions, the drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, The shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault. Except, it seems, you.
There are more questions I have for you.
Ask and I shall answer, if I can.
Who are you really?
I am the Weaver of Time, as I have told you. Though my existence is one that falls behind and yet far exceeds the verb, to be. I am but what I am, and that is task. It is the same for the historian. Chroniclers both are we of the epics of eternity. Perhaps we are one and the same. Task multiplied by 2. Who has made us? I do not know. Why have they done so? I do not know. Am I the beginning? And am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps I am the first thing in creation. Perhaps I am creation. Perhaps I am the creator. Or maybe it is you. You who makes dying stars rekindle. Time alone will tell.
I guess you are creator of some things, but I guess you couldn't be the creator if you don't know how
Well,
you got created.
she's not all-knowing, apparently.
Yeah, she's definitely not all-knowing, even if she can create, and there can be creations that are not of her making after all. So she doesn't create everything,
Yeah,
even if she
I'm
could.
not really getting this.
Yeah, well, she
I'm
can.
just nodding my head and
Okay, why is Star so important, and why does it react to me and my colleague alone?
Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the tapestry. As yet. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined. I believe that Starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old.
This may sound silly, but aren't you lonely out here?
Oh, Hunter. I have no need for company. Like I have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need, and all I am, is time. And time is running out, unless you remedy its decline. And yet, I do enjoy your companionship, for you may prove to become the cure that will heal my slipping soul.
If I understand correctly, I am not at all featured on the canvas of time.
Quite so. Your absence, it should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found. I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed.
So I've heard this place called the end of time. Is that what it is? No more, no less?
What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the Starstones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end of ends. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
How can I redeem time if, as you say, I am not even part of it?
I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer held possible. Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here, at the end of time, and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time, like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars, they place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time. New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time. These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
Please, for the sake of all lives and all that loves. But you don't, for example, love, so how can you talk for all of those that would love?
I don't know.
And sure, you live, but you don't exactly suffer from the fear of death. Normally speaking, at least, so how can you speak for all the sake of lives? How do you understand living? Hey. Do you understand eating? What do you understand if you do not experience anything? But I can trade with you, so...
Oh, you can trade with her!
Yes, she has a needle, a thread, 8 pieces of thread, and 4 pixie dust.
Okay.
That is what the Weaver of Time has. A SAS thread and needle is quite logical after all. Then originally gathered from the dwelling of pixies, it's best not to think too hard about the origins of this dust. The pixie dust, it's quite expensive too. The pixie dust it is. I shall take my leave. To be continued with Divinity Original Sin.